See, now the thing is that the relationship between the accounting and different discipline. The first of all thing is that we have a very like good relationship with the mathematics, economics, statistics, and other social subjects. As because see, whenever you do accounting now, like accounting is everywhere. I told you guys last day, money is what defines us. Money is what defines us. Without money we cannot do anything. That is all about the money, because money के बिना कुछ नहीं होगा. It's that's money is quite important for us. So if the question of money comes, definitely you will understand that there are question of maths come, mathematics, because money comes from the calculation, and calculation is all about the mathematics. So there are good relationship between the maths and the accounting. Okay, and what about the economics? First we need to discuss it. See, economics is nothing but the science. It's, you can say it's a science, okay, which is very much related with the economy of like India, because science itself is the economy of India. Because the more scientific technologies, methods, scientific aspect we are going to use for our society, we are going to develop much more. So the question of science in Indian history and in the world also is quite comprehensive and important. And the part of the science itself is a comes from the economics, because science is the very first thing, but economics is what important. See, in economics you people also get to the chapter like theory of demand and supply. Like when what happened when the demand of any goods rises? What happened when demand of any goods rises? It may possible that the price may fall. We have learned this theory of demand. When demand rises, your price falls. That is what the theory of demand. And in case of supply, when the supply rises, your price will, like what happened? Your price not going to get fall. Because see, in the supply and the price, the relationship is more or less positive. But in case of demand and price, the relationship between both of them is negative. It means if one up, another down. In case of supply and price, if one up, another also up. But believe me, in practical this is not happen. Okay, practical means hota nahi hai, correct? Because there are a lot of reasons why this is not happening in practical. If some things, see, I am going to give you example. Let's say during the period of 25th December, like let's say example in the match between the India and Australia. Okay, like in the final, when the ticket price in Ahmedabad is going around 1,000, okay, due to the huge demand of the public, that 1,000 ticket has been sold in 80,000 rupees. Okay, the price of 1,000 becomes sold in 80,000 in black. So see, the demand rises, the price of the ticket rises. It's a like whatever we learn in the economics, na, sometimes is correct, sometimes is not correct. Practically the things are different. But economics gives us an impetus or idea to go on and understand the subject. And these economics having a broader use in the accountancy. As to why? Because in accountancy or accounting, if we do debit, credit and transaction identification, for which transaction we need to do 100 rupees of cost, for which transaction we need to do 200 rupees of cost, we will give the idea from the economics. Because we know from the economics that how much cost we have to incur or how much things we need to do it based on the supply and demand. So these are the all factors related to the accounts and economics at all. And any problem, guys? I have little bit voice problem. Okay, like I have, due to the continuous class, I have a little bit of voice problem. So any problem you have, tell me in the class, no problem. Okay, or ping it. So guys, this is the theory portion. I just give you a broader idea. Okay, don't put up the reading of this. Just get through on, read this. You will be completed. Don't mug up this. Okay, try to understand what the problem or what the thought they are going to give it. Just I am going to give you one hint say there. Accountants got the ideas of values of income and capital maintenance from economists, but brushed suitably to make them usable in practical circumstances. Accountants develop the valuation, measurement and decision making technique which may owe to the economic theorems of your origin. What does it mean? I'm telling how to maintain your books of accounts, how to record the income, how to do the expenditure. These are comes from the economics, because like in a very good situation, whenever we do, like economics is very, like economy of our country is very good due to Modi ji. Okay, due to Modi ji our economy is very good, let's say. So everyone has good amount of money, everyone is having a job in their hand, so everyone buy products freely. Okay, you people passed CA examination and you people get a job of like 1 lakh rupees monthly, and you people starting expenditure a good amount of money to spend your very good life, because you have give 5 years of good time to become a CA. After CA good get good salary and do the expenditure. So see guys, accounting gives you an idea. If you do see if you are getting 1 lakh of salary after becoming a CA, okay guys, so if our economy is good, you know that Ranus will get any job if my economy is good. Because as to why, if economy is good, lot of country are coming from outside the India to start business in India, so you will get a very good job. So see, Pranus is getting 1 lakh of salary monthly and doing an expenditure of 70,000 monthly. He started living the life like king size, okay, like that. So he started expenditure 70,000. But see, if Pranus don't make calculation that how much he is saving, how much is expenditure for run his family, how much is his pocket expenditure, then sometimes or some year after he may face lot of challenge, lot of problem. See, everything is not going good for a very long time. Everything has come on time and everything has spent. So in economy also that concept is true. Sometime you may face good, sometime you may face bad. So when the time is good, you may face very good situation. But see, COVID situation aa gaya, correct? COVID is come. And then what happened in COVID, Manikanta? Do you know what happened in the COVID time? Lot of people lost their job, correct? Yeah. So what happened at that time? If lot of people lost their job, then they don't have that much of money to do the expenditure, because they lost their job. They don't have the money. How Ranus will run 70,000 expenditure, because he has no earning. So the problem he face if he don't do accounting. So see, the economic and the accounting both are interlinked. If you don't do accounting with respect to expenditure, income, investment, saving, then you are very much dull. You have become dull. You don't have anything in the future left. So you have to make accounting so that you can do the proper way of everything. So the big company doing this. That's why the accounting and economy are very much linked. Okay. Now next is the accounting and statistics. Okay. So this is very interesting. I am giving you only one liner explanation of this. Statistics means, whenever we do in the mathematics portion, statistics means the calculation of the different aspect in our country or different aspect with respect to a company. Like let's say, if we have, let's say there is a supplier, okay, a supplier name is Mr. X. Let's say there is a supplier name is Mr. X, okay. Supplier means who? Supplier means who gives you goods, and we purchase from Mr. X, supplier, okay. We purchase from supplier. So supplier gives us the goods on every time. Okay. Now what happened? Mr. Y is come into the market, and Mr. Y is also a new supplier. Mr. X is the old supplier to me, and Mr. Y is a new supplier, okay. Mr. X is a old supplier and Mr. Y is a new supplier to me. Now Mr. Y comes and tell me, Sanjay, I can give you 5 rupees more discount if you purchase goods from me. So Mr. Y offers me more discount if I purchase goods from Mr. Y rather than Mr. X. So see what happened. Now what we need to do? I need to make a calculation. If I am going to purchase from Mr. X, what will be my cost, and if I am going to purchase from Mr. Y, what will be my cost. So based on the cost analysis, based on the figure of cost, we can take the decision whether we need to purchase from Mr. Y or Mr. X, like Mr. Y here and Mr. X here. So statistics is the calculation of different perspective of scenario through which we can take our decision lot clearly, which can like through which we can take the decision lot clearly. That is what the statistics has a relation with the accounting. Okay, now let's say I'm going to give you more example. Come here. Everyone, if you feel to write, please write. Don't otherwise you get forget. Okay. Hasi, I am going to give you one example more. Just wait, I am giving one example more. See, suppose guys, you have a function in your college, okay? So you have a function in your college. What happened in the function? Like you have three section, 1, 2, 3. So from this total 3 section, we have student of, let's say some section may have student 50, 48, and let's say here it is very few 30. So now if someone asks me, if like see these are 50 students are there in first section, second section 48, and 30 is the third section. Now we have a function in our college, okay? So it's not possible that every student will come. Some student may have some issue in the family, some student may get like a health issue, or some student may forget about the program. It's quite possible. So what happened in the given scenario? Now in the given scenario, everyone is able to see my picture, like screen clearly. So what happened? So what happened in the given case? So to make a proper idea, okay, what I am going to do, I just make a thing that suppose I wanted to buy food for my students at the function. So I am going to give them food after closing of the function. So now my head teacher told me, okay. So my head teacher told me, can you do one thing? That sir, can you give me the idea how much packet you need to do? So now, as a teacher, my mind is that I told my head teacher that sir, some student may come, some student may not come. So why not we do? I'm making an average of these 3. So from these 3 section, I just make an average. So total it out. What is the total of this? 5, 4, 9, 9 and 3, 12. So 128 is the total student from this 3 section. Now if I just make an average, so how can I make an average? Add everything, then divide with the 3 section, just 3. So what is the result? It is 43 on an average. It's coming fraction, so I take 43. So I tell my head teacher, we make the bracket only for 43 students, because it is possible that some student may come or not come, any issue like that. So why you are going to waste our money? Rather than if we short the packet 43, if any extra student come, then we just go to the shop and buy the packet and then distribute the student itself. It is far better rather than wasting the money. So see, before doing the function, you make some analysis. Correct? So Ivadur and Ranu's think, I told you last day, Manikanta and Spurti also noted down, accounting is a post-mortem. Okay? So see, accounting, the transaction cost will come after the cost will income for the packet. But see, you make an understanding how many packet you need to do for the function. And it is arranged before the function happening. And you are giving the calculation of 43 students to your head teacher, so that your head teacher can arrange the food packet for the students that they are going to come in the function. So the calculation you made, this one, it is called statistics. We are going to learn it in the itself. So this calculation is called statistics. And the cost, see guys, and the expenses, and the expenses we are going to incur will be the accounting. The expenses will going to incur will going to be recorded in the accounting itself. Okay, but the analysis of meeting how much cost will be there, how many students will become, it is linked to the statistics. So see, statistics and accounts both are interlinked. Okay, great. Where I am, 1 minute है, what a minute. ठीक है, मैं तो यहाँ पे ही था. हाँ, चलिए मैं थोड़ा साइड में जाता हूँ, फिर से आगे बढ़ जाता हूँ. लेट्स मूव ऑन लिटिल बिट. सो यू पीपल जस्ट give, I am giving you 1-2 minutes. You people just go through it once. Accounting and statistical relation, just go through it, don't mug it up. Just try to understand the written paragraphs, okay, with my example itself. You can easily understand. Just go through this. See guys, let's see, move on. Now let's see the relation between the accounting and mathematics. Okay, so mathematics is what, like, everywhere mathematics application is everywhere in our daily life, in everywhere. There is, everything is mathematics. Okay, like without the number we are valueless, like the things. Okay, so guys, whenever we do accountancy na, the application of math is quite important. Sometime while we doing the bookkeeping, okay, we need to solve some of the things. So to solve it, we took x. Okay, we took x to solve something. We took x, and x is what? X is the proper calculation. Like it's a, like let's say it's a variable type. Okay, it's a variable which help us to calculate anything else. Which help us to calculate anything else. It's like a variable. Okay. So math, sometime while we framing or doing the accounting, na, we are doing the bookkeepings, we need to do one thing, we need to frame some equation. Otherwise we cannot solve it. Let's say, suppose we are framing an equation. See, suppose I am giving you example. Let's say our expenditure in a particular month is twice of the income of our month. Okay, like expenditure, you can say expenditure in May 24 is equal to 2 times of income. Okay guys, so sometime your expenditure is more than 2 times of the income, that is given equation. And now let's say I don't know what about my income, correct? I don't know the income. I know that what I know that income of January 24 is 10,000, let's say. So I know, sir, the income of January 24 10,000. And another things, income, it's income, sorry, income from April increase by 10%. So from April 24 my income increased by 10%, correct? So see guys, I have the income of January 24 10,000, and from April 24 onwards the income increased by 10% more. So can I write like this here the equation? If I wanted to calculate, see, let's say I just taken out income of May 24 is X, correct? So now can I write this equation? Let's say if the I just wanted to know the expenditure, okay? So the expenditure if I wanted to know, and if the income of May 24 X, so can I write income May 24 X and expenditure is Y. So can I say Y is equal to 2x into 10,000 into 110%, correct? Can I write easily? Because your January income is 10,000 and it has been increased by 10% more, correct? So your income become 10,000 into 110% from April onwards, because salary is, income is increased only one time, not like every year, okay, sorry, like every month. Your income is only increased in month of April only, so it is increased by 10%. So your income is increased by 10% in a particular year, 10%. So our income become 11,000. From April onwards you are getting a salary or income like 11,000. So if I wanted to know my expenditure, then the equation will be Y is equal to 2x into 10,000 into 110%. So you can easily get it. So you can, let's say, देखो आप देखो यहाँ पे, if the income of May 24 is X, so now what can I tell you? No, what I am going to tell you that, see, now X is equal to, right now, 1 minute just, let's say, अच्छा एक काम करो, 1 minute just, you just erase it, it is 2 into, okay, 2 into X, you can say 2 into X, the first is Y is equal to 2x, okay, and then in the place, no, see, again I am repeating the equation first, see, it will be clear for you guys. See, आप देखो, my income for May 24 is X, correct? Okay, and the expenditure is what? Y. So it is clear in the question given, your expenditure in May 24 is twice of the income. It means if your expenditure is 2, sorry, if your expenditure is like let's say sorry, income is your 1, so expenditure become 2, that is what say. Okay, so the income is 1, then expenditure become 2, and the income of January 24, my income is what, 10,000, and income in from April 24 increases by 10%, that is what say. It means my income from April onwards I am going to receive 11,000 each every month, 11,000 every month, that is what this says. So now if I draw the equation here, can everyone tell me that y is equal to 2x? Can I write here easily? Great. Now let's see what will be the x first. I need to know. My x is nothing but 10,000 is what the salary I am getting, and it will be increase 10%. So that salary become 11,000 from April onwards. So x become 11,000. Now I plot it here. 2 into 11,000 easily. So I will get my expenditure become 22,000 in the month of May 24. That's all. So see, the very easiest way to calculate the mathematical application when you take it, because it's a very easy example, that's why we can also simply calculate the same. But somehow little bit of difficult question may come, then we need to use a lot of equation in solving the accounting question. So that is how algebra we did in class 9 and class 8. Algebra is going to be very helpful while we do the accounting in our books. Clear guys? Chaliye, very good. No, 10,000 into 10% is the increase. Your salary is 10,000 per month. So see, I just wanted to let it very clear. So I just wanted to tell you that you are earning 10,000 every month. It is okay. Now your manager has very happy with you and increase your salary by 10% more. So what will be your current salary become 11,000 because you get 10% more. So total is 11,000. So it's your, see, you are receiving this salary every month. It will be there, but your manager have become very happy and gives you 10% more of the current salary. So it become 11,000 if you calculate this, like 10,000 this and this is 1,000. But what I make it very easy. 10,000 into 110%. It becomes 11,000. So make it more easier, get it very clear. So I made little bit easier calculation rather than this. Okay. You can also do this. No problem. Chalo. ये done हो गया. Now see guys. Accounting and law. Okay. Guys, this is what like very interesting part. Accounting and law is related to everywhere. See guys, whenever you do accounting, you have to follow some sort of law. Let's say what is the law we need to follow. Okay. Number one, I am going to tell you. Let's say if we do accounting, number one, that is if we wanted to issue, let's say if as a company, I am a company, I wanted to issue the shares to the public. So if I wanted to issue the shares to the public, I have to follow the Companies Act. What I have to follow? Company Act. It means related to company, issue of shares, the law related to the companies regarding issue of shares, I have to follow before issuing any shares to the public. So see, before doing accounting, we have to remember the law first. Then you can do the accounting. Otherwise, you cannot do the accounting. So in doing the accounting, we have to always follow the law before doing the hands, because accounting is a post-mortem. A law, income tax, cost, they are all the, you can say pre-mortems things. They are already written in the Indian Constitution. We need to follow law and tax are written in Constitution. We need to follow it to prepare our accounts. So they are interlinked to each other. So see what they have written here. An economic entity operates within a legal environment. Okay, within a legal environment. Correct? So what happened? An economic entity operates within a legal environment. All transactions with the supplier and customer are governed by the Contract Act and Sale of Goods Act, Negotiable Instrument Act. Okay, I'm just going to give you one example. Guys, see, I told you regarding the Companies Act, like regarding the issue of shares. Now, guys, you have to follow some Negotiable Instrument Act. What is this Negotiable Instrument Act? Negotiable Instrument Act means whenever you purchase goods from someone else, now the question of payment to be made to that particular person or supplier, whenever you make the payment, either you pay in cash or check or draft or bill of exchange or promissory note. So whenever you pay through these instruments other than the cash, then you have to follow the Negotiable Instrument Act itself. There are a period of 3 months, 3 days, it need to be mentioned while you issue the check. If 3 months, 3 days, that there are grace days is like cover out, then the check become unusable. The check become invalid. So we have to use the check from the date of return till the 3 month, 3 days period. Then it is encashed from the bank easily. If you are not able to encash it in the bank within a period of 3 months, 3 days, then check become void or check become unusable. Correct? That is what the concept. So this is how the law are covered it out with the accounting. Great. Now accounting and management. See, accounting helps the management to take proper decision. Which cost is more, which cost is less. Like let's say how our profit is going to be impacted due to this sort of cost and other things. So management, like what can I say? Management is quite like is very heavily dependent on the accounting, because if you don't do the accounting properly, how the management will take the decision which cost is impacting our profit, which asset is not going good for our company, what is the increase in our liability. If we don't do the proper accounting, then there is no like management will not get the help from them, and due to the management the accounting is more relevant in our company, because in nowadays accounting is more important for making the what can I say, decision making purpose. Management heavily dependent on the accounting. If you don't do the proper accounting as per law, rules, regulation and govern our income tax act, then we may face lot of challenge. That's why in today's world the most important thing is that accounting we need to do in a very proper way, and both are linked to each other, because after doing the accounting, board will decide whether the dividend is going to give or not, whether you need to make some savings, like make some good amount of reserve or not in this year. These are all come from the basic accounting portion. See what is the written. Management is a broad occupational field which comprises many functions and encompasses the application of many disciplines, including those mentioned above. Accountants are well placed in a management and play a key role in management team. A large portion of accounting information is prepared for management decision making. Okay, although management relies on other data sources, accounting data are used as basic source documents. See guys, accounting relate to the basic source document. Do you know what is the basic source of documents? Can anyone tell me what is the basic source of document, guys? Can anyone help me? What is the basic accounting source of documents, so that we can easily identify the transaction and make it record in our books of accounts? Can anyone tell me? Very good, Sabas. And others, please. Others, please. Good. Sometimes you can say, sir, bill. Correct. Bill is also going to be very important for us. Yeah, very good. So bills are there. Lot of transactions modes are very important, and how the transaction is also made is very important. Like let's say if you do like what can I say? Like suppose if I wanted to return back some goods to the like supplier. Okay. Now what we going to do as a customer? if I am not satisfied with the goods purchased from the supplier, or let's say Mr. X. So what I am going to do, I just simply return back the goods to the supplier, for which I am issuing debit note to the supplier. At the time of returning the goods, I am going to issue debit note to the supplier. That is the fundamental. Okay. That makes a more perfection in while doing the accounting. That's all. So accounting system can be modeled to serve as a management purpose, because obviously management is take more help from the accounting aspects, accounting transactions, accounting like interpretation. Most important is that the word that I wanted to like tell you, that is, what can I say, that is interpretation. Okay, is quite important. Interpretation is quite important. Okay, now see, what is the limitation of accounting? That is what important. What is the limitation of accounting? We have a lot of things in behind the mind which like tells us that there is a problem in doing the like not problem, like the, what can I say, loopholes. Limitation is that accounting not to reach that point of level that the expectation we have. So that is where the limitation comes into the picture. Like let's say I am going to give you, accounting never ever consider sometime, okay, accounting sometime didn't consider the inflation factor. That is where financial management, when you people guys will do in the CA intermediate level, okay, in the group 2 there is a paper called financial management, paper 6, okay, then you are going to follow that in financial management we always consider that there is a concept called TVM. There is a concept called TVM, what is called time value of money. It means today's 1 rupees is not equivalent to 1 rupees of the after 1 year. So these aspect accounts will not follow, but financial management will definitely follow. So that is what the factor, like the inflation is not followed by the accounting, while you do the some accounting transactions or other things, okay, for the recording purposes. The factors which may be relevant in assessing the worth of the enterprise don't find place in the accounts, as they cannot measure in terms of money. The balance sheet cannot affect the value of certain factors like loyalty, skills of personnel, which may be the most valuable asset on the enterprise these days. It means, see, accounting, while you do the accounting, we are giving very less importance to the concept like loyalties. Loyalty means what? Suppose I am very loyal to my company, because whenever my company say to work for, to solve this particular problem or issue, I am the person who jump to that particular things and solve it out. That is, I am solve it out. That is what the factor that always make importance in the organization. But accounting doesn't matter. Like accounting, like what can I say? Accounting doesn't think about this much of like aspect. Accounting thing, whether there is a money involved, no sir, don't record. Whether there is a money involved, no sir, don't record. If you have the money involved, record. Loyalty means your loyalty, your good things, your goodness. It doesn't purchase by cash. So why it will going to place in accounting? So accounting didn't consider the loyalty and the skill. If you have the skill, okay, fine, it's good for you. I will appreciate by clapping a hand in your back of the mind. Okay, very good, guys. You are doing a very good job. But I am going to give you money. No, sir. Don't do the accounting itself. So accounting doesn't consider the important factor of loyalty and skill of the individual personnel who is working in the company. So that is what the limitation that company has. And the other thing is that balance sheet. Balance sheet shows the position of the business on the day of its preparation and not on the future date, while the users of the accounts are interested in knowing the position of the business in the near future and also in long run and not for the past date. So see, balance sheet always show the position of the business on the day of its preparation. When the like we are doing the preparation of the balance sheet, is always show the position and not on the future date, while the user of accounts are interested in knowing the position. So see, accounts, or like let's say accounting, will show the transactions, all the transactions they will going to show like date wise. But when we wanted to know, sir, what is the profit and loss for our company, it will be reflected only in a particular period, not on a like daily basis or not on a like after 10-15 days. Either the, sorry, 1 minute. Yeah. Either, let's say here, the balance sheet, and the profit and loss, guys. Okay. The balance sheet and profit and loss, guys. These two. The balance sheet and the profit and loss, guys, is only to be shown at a particular date. Let's say, suppose either or yearly basis, like let's say on the like 31st March or maybe 31st December if we follow calendar year, or quarterly basis. Okay, these two only shown. Like say in June quarter 30th June, September quarter 30th September, December quarter 30th December, and March quarter. So in a year there are 4 quarters. So balance sheet and PL only reflected in a particular quarter, or it may be on yearly basis. But say if as a manager of a company I wanted to know what is the profit or loss for the company for the month of, let's say, July, or let's say August, or let's say November, then the company will not going to give that exact figure, because see, it is running on. Let's say some of the bill is pending to be recorded, some of the bill is recording, like there is pending to be recorded, or some cash is yet to come in your books. So multiple factors are there. Okay, multiple factors we have while we do the recording. So that's why balance sheet and PL not reflecting on a day at which the management wants to they deliver. The balance sheet and PL only deliver at a particular year or a quarterly basis. It is not like as per the management decision, not decision like management requirement. It means, let's say, any person, or let's say a shareholder wanted to get it anytime, they didn't they will not be able to get it on that particular day or time, because it is prepared on that particular period only. Okay. Okay, now come this is completed. Inflation is not covered it out. It's also completed, guys. Anything else? Anyone wanted to like tell me? So a lot of theories, I understand, a lot of theories are going on. Yeah. So there are occasions when accounting principle conflict with each other. Sometimes there are a lot of concepts or accounting principles are there. We are going to learn in the next unit itself. So they are conflicting each other. Sometimes going concern concept may be conflict with other aspect, like the concept may be conflicting each other. Money measurement concept, or let's say matching concept, may have some problem with the accrual concept. Matching concept may have some issue with the accrual concept. So there are a lot of problems maybe happen in between a specific principle or concept. We need to remember, whenever there is a problem happening, we need to solve all those principle, concepts, problems, so that we have little bit lower confusion, or there are little bit lower confusion while applying the principle. If, like let's say in our class, suppose money on the sales regarding the transaction of sale. So what is the, let's say if I sold goods in cash, what is the transaction of general entity? Manikanta, if I sold goods in cash to sales, you are just say the reverse. That's cash to sales. It means say cash is coming to you. So as per real account, it is a debit, and sale is nothing but your income. By selling the goods, you are earning income. So as per nominal account, it's an income. So that is what the logic. Now let's say it is a very basic thing. Now whenever, as because the cash is coming, you are just recording in the books. Okay, now let's say if I tell you that there are some credit sale also being happening. In case of credit sale, the transaction become customer account debit to sale. Okay, customer account debit to sale. Now someone tells me the sale is happened on which date? Let's say the credit sale is happened on the date of 3rd March. Okay, so our financial year started with 1st of April and end with 31st March in the next year, correct? And the transaction happened itself in 3rd March. So definitely this sale is pertaining to that particular period. It is included within that period. But I made the sale on 3rd March, but the customer pays me the money on 4th of April. So what happened? Now someone tells you need to record on 4th of April only. But I told someone else I cannot record on 4th of April because I make the sale in the period in which my accounting year is having, like 1st April to 31st March. It means the accounting period for me this, I need the transaction of sale on this. I understand I receive the cash after 1 month in the very next financial year, but the sale happened in this particular year. So why I am going to record in the date on which I am going to receive it? So the thing is that always remember, in accountancy some concept may conflicting to each other, like why you are not doing the cash concept, cash basis concept rather than accrual basis. So as per accounts, always we are going to follow the accrual concept. It means the income and expenses with respect to the particular period should be recorded on the particular period rather than it is receiving. So the thing is that in case of confliction or conflicting, we will follow which is best possible, gives us the best possible judgment. That is what the thing. And the limitation is coming in between this. Like let's say it's a like little bit of limitation, but not so much, because there is a lot of way to resolve the conflict itself. Okay. Chalo, next say certain accounting estimate depend on the sheer personal judgment of the accountant. Okay, sometime like due to the judgment of the accountant, we are going to follow the same thing in our books, or let's say some of the expert, like as per the some of advice of some expert, we just follow the things in our recording the transaction in the books of accounts. But believe me, that is what the problem, because see, whatever you think, Manikanto, whatever you think, it is not possible that Ranus will think the same way. It may be different. So the perspective of different person may have different thing. So it is what the limitation while we do the accounting, because we are not making the judgment, we are making a judgment based on a single person idea or thoughts. So these are the 5 important things are there. And 6th is the financial statement. Consider those assets which can be expressed in monetary terms. Human resource, like let's say human loyalty, human skills are not recorded in the balance sheet. Because as to why? Loyalty cannot be measured in the terms of money and human skills cannot be measured in the terms of money. So that is why it is not recorded in the books of accounts. Okay, because they are not measured in terms of money. Tell me. Yeah, sure. So 4th point is what, that some accounting principle, okay, may conflict with each other. Let's say accrual concept or cash basis concept are there. So in accrual concept is that whenever your transaction happening in a particular period, either you receive the cash or not, it doesn't matter. Whenever the transaction is happening, either maybe sale or purchase, you need to record in that particular year or period only. But somehow some other person says, why you are not recording it on the date of receive the payment or cash, or receiving the cash or payment of the cash? So the conflict arises. I bought the goods on 3rd of March. Okay, but I record the by some person says you need to record on 4th of April only because you will receive the cash on 4th of April. So see, there are conflict arises. Someone says 3rd of March, someone says 4th of April. So accounts accounting may have some of the conflict in between them, but we need to follow the concept which gives us the best judgment, or which gives us the logic. Like in the 3rd of March, we do the entry, so we will record in the books. It is not important the period in which we receive it. Whenever you receive it, it will be showing in the cash. But always remember, the period in which the sale has been made or the purchase has been made, we need to record on that particular period only. So that is why sometime in accounting, some concept may conflict to each other, for which we may get confused. But there is a solution we can easily solve out if we follow a particular concept or principle as per the logic and more best judgment way. That is what the 4th point. And the 5th one is that, let's say you are an accountant, I am also accountant. So as an accountant, you told, sir, this person, suppose I am giving you an example. Okay, sir, we sold 10,000 rupees of goods to that particular person. Okay, let's say Mr. X. Now, Ranush told me, sir, if you sell these, that you have sold 10,000 rupees of goods to that particular person, do you know what happened? It is quite possible this person may not pay the 10,000 rupees to us. It is quite possible because Ranush has a good idea about the person, because the person he knows from very time ago. So now I am telling Ranush that Ranush, person may change on time to time basis. So if I just think before getting the money that he may do the bad debt, then it will be very bad. You cannot just make a sense of what can I say? Just get to understand that predict that the person may get wrong. We cannot do that. I give him 1 month of timing. If the person don't give back my money within 1 month of time, then we are going to show as a bad debt. Now Ranu says, sir, can I do one thing? I just make a provision with respect to the doubtful debt of rupees 10,000 in my books. So with respect to certain assumption, let's say for accountant or anyone else, we made something in our books. But see, it is quite possible if Ranu's made provision in the books, after 1 month the person give me the money. So then Ranu's will be wrong. We made the provision for which our profit may gone down for that particular 1 month of period. But when I receive the money, then it become correct. We need to reverse the provision and our profit will go up. So that is what the respect to some judgment of an individual, some difference may be happen in the accounting process. So that is what the question, point 5 says, limitation of the accounting. Got it? Great. And point 7 mein aa jao. Different accounting policies for the treatment of same item adds to the probability of manipulation. Yeah. See guys, some accountant follow different accounting policies. Some accounting follow different accounting policies. That's why the manipulation may come. Like let's say I'm telling you that every law has its own loopholes. Without the loopholes, the accounting, laws, any subject cannot be there. Everything has a loophole because see, people made it. The law, rules, math are made by people. So if made by people, the person or the scientist or anyone, like what can I say? Everyone has a limitation. So the scientist who made the mathematics has also some limitation in his mind. So the loopholes is the limitation of that particular scientist. So see, sometimes we are going to use some of the loopholes and other things while we do the accounting. That makes some manipulation. Do you know what the meaning of manipulation? Manipulation means chori karna, doing bad thing. Like I do, like let's say I'm giving you my example itself, it will be clear. Like I am doing work in the bank, okay. So I steal 50,000 rupees from the cash box of the bank account. And then I tell someone else name that this person, while I am not in the, like I am the cashier, okay, in the bank, who gives you the cash in the bank. So I just set aside 50,000 rupees and make in the my pocket and get out from it and give someone else person in the outside. Okay. Now some, like let's say peon, okay, one of the peon or office clerk is come to my cabin, and then I tell that this particular person come to my cabin when I am not there, he steal the money of rupees 50,000. I make the blame on his mind. So manipulation makes by me. So this is what the problem we can also face in the accounting, because see that cash transaction is having some limitation, because we can record the cash transaction in the books, but the cash is in the main mode of physical. Cash is in the mode of physical. So any cash may get embezzled or like stolen out from your books, not like let's say from cash box. You cannot identify who is stealing it. So accounting cannot define some of the problems regarding the manipulation due to the physical existence of some certain things, or maybe some loopholes into the law. Due to the loopholes into the law, some person did some manipulation. So accounting cannot be able to find out those manipulation if it is with respect to the law, loopholes of the law or any accounting standards. So nowadays, much restricted law has comes into the Indian law or accounting standards, so that no one can take the breath out of it to make the compliance much more clear. You have to make the compliance much more clearly, so that you will get the much compliance percent, so that your accounts and other things not get manipulated, and your books of accounts show the true and fair view of the picture of the institution or organization. That is what the nutshell of the limitation of accounting. I make it little bit deeper in depth, so guys, once you get reading of it, it will be very easy for you guys to cope up with the things. That's why I make it little bit deeper. Okay, see guys, there is a role of accounting in the society. It's quite easy. Society, like what does society expect? Society expect that if you as an accountant do the accounting in the books of your company, you will maintain all the accounting with respect to the true fact and in the best possible way, in honest way. Okay, best possible and in the honest way. That is what the society expect. Because if you are a company, if you are an accountant and you made recording of the accounting of your company, and lot of individual person or lot of person has invested into your company, their thinking is that you as an accountant will do the proper accounting, maintaining the honest view and maintaining everything to do the accounting. That is what they think. That is what their perspective. So that is what the role of accountant in the society. Let's going through little bit of a point there. There are only a few types of profession in the world which are held in a high esteem in public eyes, and there is no denying the fact that the accounting profession is one of them. Definitely we know that, sir. Accounting is there, lawyer profession is there, everyone is looking into this, because see, if an accountant make wrong, the companies goes wrong, and the companies goes wrong, the investors money get blurred out from the company, flush out from the company, blurred out from the company. So accountant is having a very high level of role in the company's books and also in the society's eyes, okay, in the public eyes, because they are more invested, they are invested in the company, their hardcore monies, and if they are invested their money in the business, so they are always looking for that the everything maintained in an honest way. Don't make anything malpractice or manipulated way. That is what their thought process. Okay, so see, Goethe had called the accountant profession as the fairest invention of the human mind. See, because see, I am telling you guys, make it remember, in our life the most important thing is what? Can you tell me, anyone? In our life the most important thing is what? Sorry? Can you tell me, Ranus, once? No. for which everyone gets mad? Yes, very good. I need this answer. Very good. Very good. Both of guys, Ranus, Vivadun, Manik, everyone. Money is what makes us everything else. See, whenever you say honestly, everything else, the first thing everyone is in mind is money. If money hai, to honey hai. That's all. Money is everything. Money takes care of everything. Correct. So see guys, the money, whenever accounting comes into the picture, the concept of money and this particular word, the five letter always makes the important in the picture. MONEY, these five letters, because if there is money, the accounting gets birth. If there is no money, no accounting, it's an event. Correct. So that is what the important, that is why Goethe said that the fairest invention of the human mind is the money. Money के बिना कुछ नहीं होगा. Because see, if public invest in your company, they look that their money becomes safe. They don't want anything else more. They need honesty and their money becomes safe in your hand. That is what their thought was. That is why they says fairest invention of the human mind. At the core of all types of learned profession, there is a desire of public goods and the finding the best way to serve the society. By the use of science of accountancy and another spell of the art and dynamic pattern which assist business in planning its future is woven by accountants out of the inert mass of the non-speaking silent figures. This is what makes their profession an instrument of socio-economic change and welfare of the society. So that is so this is what important. That is what make the society more perfect. That is what make the society more more helpful. So society become more welfare, more changes, more developed. If we people as a chartered accountant, as a cost accountant or any other accountant like normal accountant, we show the fairness of the profession of accountancy. But see, profession only, the fairness will only become if we show it and do it with our proper idea, with our proper education, training, analytical mind and experience. If we don't do some good education, having good don't have the good training and experience, we cannot make the best possible best possible way to prepare the books of accounts. If we need to prepare the books of accounts best possible way, we need to have some good education, good training, good knowledge of accounting, good analytical mind and good experience in the hand, so that we can serve the society in the bestest and honest way with respect to the accounting profession. Clear? That is what the rule. Okay. And what are the service we are going to do? Accountant क्या service करता देख लो. What the services the accountant? Do we know that, sir? It's a very basic. Everyone knows that, sir. Maintains books of accounts. As a accountant, whenever you go to the, like let's say I'm going to give you an example. When you people go to the CA firms for doing your articleship, the first thing your what can I say, like principal will give tells you whether you know accounting or not, because more or less the firms is having the work of accounting, like books of accounts preparation. More or less every charter firm has so, because books of accounts is a regular basis tax, so the revenue is going good. So that's why most of the firm is doing the work of like preparation of the books of accounts of their client. So maintenance of books of accounts is quite important with respect to the accountant. This is the primary job for them. Some of the audit task that the also accountant, like obviously the power to do and sign the audit is in the hand of chartered accountant. But see guys, accountant will help you as a audit assistant. They will going to help you to understand what's the accounting transactions happen with respect to the vouchers, bills, and they are going to help you with respect to find out how the banking transaction has been recorded properly in the books of accounts. And if any doubt it's having in respect to the bank statement or other document, the accountant will gives you the clarity regarding the things. So see, the accountant also helps you out regarding the doing the statutory audit itself. So every limited company is required to appoint a chartered accountant or a firm chartered accountant as their auditor, who are statutorily required to report each year whether in their opinion of balance sheet shows a true and fair view of the state of affairs of the balance sheet date, and profit and loss account shows a true and fair view of the profit of the year. So every year every limited company, okay, limited company appoint charter accountant, okay, or the firm of charter accountant to audit their books of accounts on the balance sheet date, that is a final like end of the financial year, okay, like 31st March every year, whether the financial position of the company is showing good or fair, and whether the profit or loss showing it's true or not. Auditing is not confined to the accounts of the companies. Other organizations may also have their accounts audited, either because of the law so requires, okay, or because of the proprietors wisely decided so. So see, statutory audit is also the part of the accountant. Like accountant means is not only the accountant of the company, chartered accountant, cost accountants, all are comes under the accountancy profession. Let's say accountant profession. Okay. Internal audit. Nowadays, it's quite important that we have to appoint, okay, we have to appoint, and also there is a separate department called internal audit department we have in every limited company. Every mostly like company, big companies are there. Because see, internal audit means what, you know, that the person like the employee of your company, or you can also hire from outside a person who is solely responsible to take care of day-to-day activities and take or like check whether your books of accounts are preparing in a proper way or not, whether the voucher are maintaining in a proper way, whether vouchers are bills are recorded in the books of accounts properly or not, whether all the system in your company with respect to the internal control are in place or not. So statutory auditor will come once in a year in your company. Remember this, huh? You can also write statutory auditor will comes once in a year in your company, but internal auditor will work for 12 months, whole of the year for your company. They are going to take care each and every aspect, whether everything is doing fine or not in your company. So they are the main footsteps with respect to the fairness of your company's books of accounts. Okay. So if they are not doing their proper task, then their manipulation, like you cannot just stop the manipulation to be happening in your books of accounts if they are not doing their tasks properly. Okay. So it is a management tool whereby an internal auditor thoroughly examines the accounting transaction, also the system of recording to which this has been recorded, with a view to ensure the management that the accounts are being properly maintained and the system contains adequate safeguard to check any leakage of revenue or misappropriation of property or asset of operation have been carried out in conformity with the plans of management. It tells you that any problem or any conformity with respect to the planning of the management is happening in your books of accounts or not. Let's say some management may tells you to transact, like to do something from here to there. So whether any transaction happen with respect to the plans of the management, or whether any misappropriation happening in your books with respect to any plans of the management, we need to, as an internal auditor, you have to check these things in a very what can I say, in a very like proper ways. We need to check it in a very proper way so that there is no problem exist in the books of accounts properly. Clear? Because see, I am telling you one thing, the internal auditor, okay, will help the statutory auditor to reduce the work burden, because internal auditor, as an internal auditor, if they do their tasks properly and maintain the books and show the books, actually they don't maintain the books, they are checking the books and maintain like that the books of accounts prepare fairly, then the statutory auditor will just come and see the fairness of the books and sign it and done it. So the task of internal auditor is more than statutory auditor, because internal auditor doing the task in full of the year. They take each and every hook and corner of the company's all the accounting related transaction, but statutory audit is they're coming, they check it out with respect to the time given and they sign it if everything is fine and go back. So this is what the basic differences between the stat and internal audit. Okay, taxation, definitely lot of accountants are doing the taxation work, like lot of charter accountant are only expertise in the taxation subject. Let's say I am in the I am very much love and fond of doing the accounting, tax and cost, or also the maths. Okay, so the taxation is also one part where the accountant also work very the taxation is a very, can I say, dynamic subject. Okay, every year tax rules are changed, every year some modifications or amendment has been happened in the act. So with respect to the amendment, we have to also work properly. So that is why taxation is a very dynamic subject and also very dynamic field of work with respect to an accountant. He or she has to have some good amount of knowledge with respect to the amendment changes. You people also do the taxation in your BCom classes also. So if you see that there are a lot of changes happening, and in the tax the subject is quite vast. We have to remember all the provision with respect to the Income Tax Act 1961, so that we can do the taxation in our books very properly to pay the taxes on time to the government and make the compliances on the time as given in the act. Clear? And the accountant also do some management accounting and consultancy services itself. Make it a little bit bigger. They are see, accountancy profession mein na, accounting, whenever you do accounting, the role is very bigger. The role is very bigger. The area is also very hard to work. Let's say a charter accountant may be expert only in tax. A charter accountant may be only expert in the consultancy services. See, when I was in the Infosys, I am into the management and consultancy services. I used to prepare MIS. I used to prepare budget. MIS is management information system. I used to prepare let's say budget. Okay, how the budget will be for the next year for the company. I used to prepare expense related budgets. So these are all the different sort of fields in case of accounting. Okay, and as if you are if you are opening a charter accountant firm, or you are opening on a property firm, you can give the financial advices to different clients of yours. So investment, insurance idea, where to invest, if your client is invested in particular, wanted to invest in particular share, whether the shares will going to give the good amount of return to the your client, or whether which insurance plan gives you maximum payout benefit at the time of maturity of the insurance plan. So these are the very good field where we are going to use our expertise in doing the work. Okay, insurance is there, business expansion, you give the lot of idea, how new ideas with respect to diversification of the business. Let's say if you are a sweet shop, give example, because everyone loves to eat sweets. So if you are a sweet shop, you are doing very old and traditional way of making a sweets. Okay guys, you are making very old and traditional way making the sweets. Now as a accountant or as an advisor, I am going to tell you, why not you just prepare a new types of flavor of sweets for your shop, then see whether there is a demand or not with respect to this particular flavor. Now let's say in the summer season, everyone love to eat mango. So why not you do mango flavored sweets at the time of winter season? Because see, in the season of summer, everyone love to eat the fresh mango rather than sweets. But in the winter season, mango will not going to be there in the market. So what are you going to do? You can, if prepare some sweets related to the mango flavor, then person will very interested to get the taste of it, and it's possible that you may capture the market for that particular thing also. If your taste is good, your quality is good, and everyone loves it, then you are in a very good way. This is what the idea. We see, he is a very good business with respect to the existing flavor of the sweets, but the new flavor of sweets of mango gives an additional revenue to that particular shop. So this is what called financial services or advice I am going to give them. Clear? Some of the investigation tasks the CS also do. Okay, with respect to the financial person, like when you do the audit, we are mainly do the investigation parts, or sometime two or more companies maybe may merge themselves and form a new company, amalgamate themselves, may form a new company. This is the chapter we are going to learn in the CA intermediate group 1 accounting. Okay. Like investigation task also CS do or accountant do, and there are a lot of other services are there. Okay, that is given here, guys. You just need to go through this once, and there are a lot of other services are there. Like let's say there are other services like secretarial work. Okay, companies, club and association indeed virtually. Like we as a accountant also engaged with some secretarial work. Like let's say we are doing some sort of work related to like compliances, okay, with respect to any company, clubs or other things. Okay, like timely submitting the what can I say, like AOC 4 or let's say MGT 7. These are the all ROC related work. ROC means you heard about, like you are going to heard about this name from Priyanka ma'am. Okay, regarding this, ROC means what? ROC means very good. It's an like it's a person, okay, who is working under MCA. Whenever we do some, like there are yearly forms are there with respect to the company, we needed to submit it to the MCA portal. Okay, so like there is an AOC 4 are there. Sorry. AOC 4 is a form. AOC 4 is known as accounts of companies. MGT 7 management. So these are the form we need to submit it to the MCA. So these are the secretarial related work, mainly done by the CS. Okay. And now share registration work, guys. Yeah, tell me. No, I am not giving you any question. I just coming to that. Now let's say next is share registration work. Okay, what is this called? Share registration work. Like sometime company come up with a new share or new issue. As a company, let's say there is a company called ABC Limited. Okay, they wanted to issue share in the market. So as a accountant, okay, as an accountant or maybe as a professional accountant, you can also work for issue of shares or transfer of shares from one company to another company or issue of share to the public. You have a lot of clients who wanted to transfer their share from one company to another company. Let's say the name of the company gets changed. Like lot of companies in the market who has converted from private company to public company, or their name gets changed. So in the given case, you have to transfer, you have to fill up a form and you have to transfer the same to the new companies. So as a human being, let's say you and me, we have a very not good amount of education. So our chartered accountant has a good amount of education. So he will guide his client how to fill the form and how to submit this form to the newly named company so that their share can be transferred from the old company to the new company. Because the name of the company gets changed and the share you have, it's related to the old company. Until and unless you transfer those share into the new company, you cannot be able to sell your share in the market. So share transfer works accountant can do. Also, when a company wanted to issue shares to the public, the accountant can also help with respect to this task. So accountant can also do company formation, okay, registration of LLP, registration of partnership firm, okay, some liquidation work when the company wind out. Why, like what can I say, that company has doing the business for last 20 years. Now companies like let's say Byju's example. Now it may be possible the Byju's may wind up because huge losses are coming, huge penalties are provided by the regulators. So the company may wind up in a very new like few years, within a very few years. So the accountant also helps, or accountant also work with respect to the liquidation. Liquidation is called winding up of the companies. Okay. Arbitrations work some companies are also do. Arbitration means related to like lawyer mainly works for the court cases, correct? But accountant can also do the, like chartered accountant are also there who represent their client in the court, tribunals. It is not like that the lawyer can only do the cases. It's also chartered accountant can also help their client to present the cases in the court itself. Okay, that is called arbitration. As regarded as the as regarded the cost accounts. A cost accountant job is to continuously report cost data. 1 minute. Cost data and related information at frequent interval to the management. So cost accountants also having lot of diversified work in their hand. Mainly manufacturing companies prefer cost accountant to maintain their books of accounts and also to maintain the company's overall structure, because cost accountant having a good idea regarding the cost accounting subject rather than maybe CA, because CAs are all rounder, correct, like that. So that is what the theoretical aspect with respect to the services that accountant will provide. Clear? So we have a lot of things are there, guys. Okay, like charter accountant in the industries. Okay, sorry, the last point I missed out. Accountant and information services. Okay, like also we can going to give a lot of information services with respect to the system. Let's say giving you example one more. See, some of the accountant will give some information, important information to the whole of the public or to the company or to the business related to the business perspective. Let's say we have a YouTube channel, and as a charter accountant, I give a good amount of information, like amount means a volume, good volume of information to the user who take helps from my videos, so that they can easily draw up some of the plan with respect to the taxation, with respect to the other factors, with respect to the any financial services. So you have also can be work as an information of services to the various publics or various entity itself. It means accountant, if you say accountant as a vast sense, they gives everything, the every role they can going to give you. They are not like that, like except doctor, huh? Accountant cannot be a doctor, because by accountant cannot do the operation in a man's or animals like a stomach. Okay, without this accountant can do everything. Also an accountant can tell you how much cost you are going to incur for operation if you do, because like there are hundreds sort of nursing homes are there, hospitals are there. The accountant will make some analysis with respect to the 100 hospital, that which hospital gives a very lower cost in taking the stomach operation, and then accountant can gives you the presentation with respect to this cost, and you are going to take the decision whether you need to do this hospital or choose this hospital for my operation or not. That is what. So everywhere accountant is there, and mostly chartered accountant. Okay. So chartered accountant in industry, I have the pure example for you guys. As a guy of industry, I have a lot of experience in how the companies work. I have like whenever you go to the industry now, you get lot of exposure. If you do some, like I am in the banking, I have a lot of experience in banking as a sector. I am into also the service sector. I am actually in the service sector, but I am into the IT sector, where I have idea with respect to the consultancy work. While I am in the bank, my work is not consultancy, but while I am in Infosys, my work is consultancy. So see, I have dual experience in hand. So chartered accountant, if they are in the industry now, they have versatile experience with respect to the work. They can give you a lot of idea how the work is going on, how the work is done, how you can manage the handle the pressures, and how could you present the factors to your managers or senior levels. That is why the chartered accountant are most important assets to the industries. They are working in industry, they are working in public sector enterprise, let's say banks, a lot of public sector government companies are there, they are working like Coal India, National Aluminium companies are there, National Fertilizer Company, BHEL, okay, BHEL, lot of companies are there under which these chartered accountant are work mainly, okay. And also they are also chartered accountant in framing fiscal policy. Do you guys know Piyush Goyal? Do you heard of the name Piyush Goyal? Do you have like heard about the name of the Piyush Goyal? This person name? Okay, so this Piyush Goyal is a chartered accountant by name, okay, like by education and qualification, he is chartered accountant, okay. So see, he is a minister. He is the minister. See, I am showing you guys. Ab dekho. You need to know that who is this actually. See, he is the minister of BJP. Okay. So see, what is his role? He is actually under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Okay, he is in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So as a chartered accountant, to serve the nation is great to serve, because see, it's not like that chartered accountant only do the work in the field of like companies or like say taxation, etc. They can also gives you a glimpse of political aspect also, because if a chartered accountant gone to the politics, na, he can serve a very good thing. If the political party gives him the freedom, otherwise how can they do it? So see, he is a versatile experience in like respect to this. Okay, lot of chartered accountant in the like political sense itself. Okay, like you know that what can I know that like Raghav Chadha, have you heard the name? Who is a husband of Pariniti Chopra? Do you know? Not know. You have to know that. Who is also a chartered accountant, very young chartered accountant. Okay, like 34 years of age. Just some senior from myself. Okay, I am just going to give you. See, Raghav Chadha. See, he is the husband of Pariniti Chopra. You know, everyone knows Pariniti Chopra. Do you know it, guys? Pariniti Chopra को जानते हो ना आप लोग? See, so he is the very youngest chartered accountant, and he is a very youngest. See, it is written. He is very youngest member of the Parliament and Rajya Sabha in Punjab, India. Okay. So he is the obviously he is a member of AAP. He is the like what can I say, like he is a from AAP party, Aam Aadmi party, Kejriwal, who is in Delhi, correct? So see, lot of chartered accountant also in the profession. So see, I am not going to teach you this aspect, because like whatever you given in the books, it is not important. The important is that how the practical aspect we can correlate in the teaching. That's what important. So see, these are the persons who are into the profession like for lot of times actually in the political profession actually. Politics is also an, like you can say, is also like a passion. Like we do now, we as a teacher we have a passion to do it. Okay, we love to do it, passion to do it, like the same way. Everywhere chartered accountants are there. Like not only the chartered accountant, right? Whoever see the video will say that sir is a chartered accountant, that's why he is only praising chartered accountant. But they are the main thing. They are the praiser of everything. Okay. So guys, completed. We have completed the first chapter. Okay. See guys, I understand that you people get bored, correct? Guys, you will get bored, correct? But believe me, this will help you a lot in future. So economic growth bhi tha. Economic growth is what? Economic growth, like they are contributing a lot of things to the economic growth. Because see, I'm just giving you an example. If as a chartered accountant or accountant, if you do proper calculation or compliance with respect to any company's books of accounts, then a fair tax calculation you can make. If you do the proper maintaining the books of accounts, then a fair tax calculation you can make, which will be then paid to the government. And if the company pays the fair tax to the government, then definitely government will use this money for the economic development of our country. So see, chartered accountant also having a very wide range of area in serving the government and with respect to the economic growth of the country. So this is what the fundamental, guys. Okay, now I am going to solve some of the MCQs related to this, and then we will move out this and close this chapter and move to the next chapter itself. Okay, chale everyone, please go to the MCQ part. These are all the summary, or you can say these are gist. You can go through also it. Okay, guys, comes we will now play some of the magic ball with respect to true and false. Okay, चलिए everyone guys, everyone need to participate under this. Okay, I need participation from everyone guys. हाँ, चलो मैं क्वेश्चन पढ़ूंगा और आप लोग आंसर करते जाओगे और हम लोग सॉल्व करते जाएंगे, ठीक है? सी गाइस, चलिए फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, there is no difference between bookkeeping and accounting, both are same. Yes, it's false. Very good, because we have already done it. Who gives me answer? Very good, very good, perfect, very good. It's false, it's true. ठीक है, आपका आंसर सही है, मतलब ट्रू इन द सेंस आपका आंसर सही है, इसलिए मैंने बोला ट्रू, बट इट्स अ फॉल्स. ओके, नाउ सेकंड क्वेश्चन, मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग covers the preparation and interpretation of financial statements and communication to the user of accounts. And false. Why? Yeah, very good. You are correct. I understood. Management accounting doesn't gives the interpretation of financial statement and communication to the user. It's a financial accounting who gives the interpretation and preparation of the financial statement and communication to the user. So it's a right answer. False. Very good. Then again, guys, financial accounting is concerned with internal reporting to the manager of a business unit. Manikanta? Financial accounting is concerned with the internal reporting. You are saying true. Okay. See, who says false? Okay. Why? Can you tell me the reason? Very good. Sabas. See, Manikanta, good. You have tried, like this portion you have already covered in the last class. Very good. When you see the recording, it will be clear to you. So, financial accounting is a very wide area of discussion. But financial accounting not only concerned with the internal reporting to the manager of a business unit, internal reporting done by the management accounting. Whoever in the management accounting mainly concerned with the internal reporting, and financial accounting do everything, external reporting, internal reporting, everything. So the answer will be false. It's not that true. See guys, next, customer of business should not be considered as user of accounts prepared by business. They are not interested to know performance of the business. It will be Ranu's not Ibadu. Ibadu, can you tell me what will be the answer? Why? Yes, customer are the external user of the business. Correct, Ranush? So, customers are the external user of the business. Correct. So, they are interested in the business. Where it is written? चलो मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ. We need to see it now. Whenever you need explanation, we have everything in hand. Wait 1 minute, guys. Just I wanted to show you. See guys, customers are the person. See, customer are also concerned with the stability and profitability of the enterprise because their function is more or less dependent on the supply of goods. And a company produce some chemical used by the pharmaceutical company, example there. So customer also very much interested in your business itself. So they are the external user. See here, it is given. They are the external user. Always remember, huh? Customer are the external user. Also, you can get the chart given by the institute. Okay, it's clear to us. Just wait. I'm just going to show it so that everyone gets a fair bit of idea. See here, guys, it's given. See the chart here. Who are the user? Internal and external. In external, you find customer. Correct. So done. So that is what the answer. Very good. It's a false. Just wait, we need to go to it. Yeah, we are there, almost there. See, and the 5 is Ranush. Summarizing is a basic function of accounting all business transaction in a financial character, evidenced by some documents such as sales, bill, passbook, services, etc. are recorded in the books of accounts. Tell me, Ranush. Tell me, you can. Tell me. Why? Yeah, good, very good, Sabas. So summarizing is what called analyzing. We are doing some preparation, and with recording the preparation, we are maintaining with respect to the summarizing like ledger, trial balance, etc. Correct. So summarizing is what the analytical part is, not like the only the basic function. Okay, so it's a false. Very good. That's okay. Very good. So see guys, if you read this basic concept, you can easily answer this. That's why I give a lot of theory parts to you. See, balance sheet shows the position of the business on the day of its preparation and not on the future date. Who can tells me this? Why? Yeah, very good. It's true. Perfect. You are done. Yes. It's true. Perfect. You are good. Very good too. Thanks for your good answers. And seventh, an ascertainment of financial effect on the business. Yes. Yeah, true. Very good. Manikanta, you are trying to understand now what we are doing. No problem, now, Manikanta? Yeah, great. So, guys, I am giving a simple task for today itself. I am not giving a lot of tasks here. I just request all of you guys do the MCQ question without seeing the answer, because the answer is already given. First, your task is you need to go through the full chapter. Once you complete the full chapter with respect to the what can you say, like with respect to the whatever we have done with example and understanding, then come to MCQ and try to solve the question. If you guys face any doubt, let it be discussed in the next class and complete this with respect to the and move on the new chapters in the next day onwards. Okay guys, so we have completed. Okay,